Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver.
Good morning. Bix Weir, roadrunner.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. Took a peek over at what silver was doing this morning. It's like watching a crime in action in slow motion. This time they were slamming it, nothing new, and then all of a sudden it spiked. It's not because, the good guys are really doing it, Bix, look. No. It's all run off a computer program coordinated by the likes of JP Morgan. Virtu Financial is the number one computer rigger. Although their name doesn't show up on any deliveries ever. Did you notice that? Because they're just computer rigging. But they used to be called EWT LLC, which basically was a play on Elliott wave theory or idiot wave theory, because with computer programs, they rigged the markets to screw every Elliott wave theory analyst out there. And they've been doing it since the invention of SLV. They've been doing it since, the 90s, really. A guy named Vinny Viola is in charge of that criminal crime scene. His counterpart was Bernie Madoff. Vincent Viola was in charge of the NASDAQ. Bernie Madoff was in charge of the NYMEX, or vice versa. I don't remember which it was. I think it was vice versa. They both ran computer rigging operations. Bernie Madoff got busted with his. There was 2 floors of Bernie Madoff investments. The top floor was the family, where the family hung out and counted it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. It was an operation. And the bottom floor was where all the computer rigging happened. They were taken down by a guy named Michael Mukasey and his son, Mark Mukasey. Yes, the Attorney General of the United States took down one of the biggest riggers in the world who worked for the Mossad. If you want to know more about that, go to roadrunner.com. But this operation is still going on with Bernie Madoff's counterpart, Vincent Viola. Yes, the same Vincent Viola that Donald Trump nominated to be the head of the Navy. A guy who got kicked out of West Point for cheating. He didn't get kicked out. He was in the class. He said he had nothing to do with it. You get to a point where you're like, okay, is there anybody out there who understands that the markets aren't 100% rigged? Every trade. There are. That's the crazy. There are people out there who don't think it's rigged, don't understand the rigging. The 10 biggest silver mining companies, the CEOs need to be fired. It is their responsibility to take care of their industry. All these companies, the shareholders of these companies, should be demanding that they stop selling their metal until the rigging price ends, and stand up, file suits. Why aren't all these mining companies filing suits against JP Morgan and Virtu Financial and the COMEX? Why aren't they? Because they're either in on the con or they're just too damn stupid. And if they're too damn stupid, they shouldn't be running a mining company. They should be working for Jeffrey Christian or the CFTC. These are the 10 mining companies who allowed their industry to be destroyed. Silver Mining Company, the largest. Industrias Penoles, probably corrupt. It's a gigantic Mexican company. If you are a Mexican national, you should overthrow your government instantly for giving away billions of ounces of your treasure for nothing. The Mexican people have been screwed like you would not believe. You need to overthrow your government, overthrow the bankers that control your government, and stop giving away your metal for free. Mexico has exported more silver than any country on the planet, and they're one of the poorest countries. Why? Because they exported all this silver at rock bottom prices. It is insane what your government and your bankers are doing to you. Mexicans, stand up for yourself. Overthrow this company, Industrias Pelonas, who exports, look at that revenue, $4 billion. How much silver is leaving your country? There should be a ban on exports of silver in Mexico. If you had a government that was half its weight in bullshit, you would stop exporting all silver until prices are freely traded. Number 2, Polymetal International. It's Russian oligarchs. Whose side are they on? They're on Russia's side, obviously. Is it in Russia's? Where do most of this metal probably goes right into Russia or China if they have a deal with them. China is basically soaking up all the physical silver they can. And they're playing games on the COMEX through JP Morgan. That's why a JP Morgan customer number is so gigantic. Sometimes there's the shorts, sometimes they're the longs, depending on how long they want that game to go on. They already bailed out Deutsche Bank of their silver short position. Why? Because they wanted the game to go on. Because they're winning. When you're winning a game, you want that game to go on. So the second company who should be thrown out of all senior management should be destroyed unless they get together. These 10 companies can get together and say, oh my God, what have we done? We need to stop all export, all mining of silver, and just hold our silver on the ground. And we need to sue all these price riggers, starting with Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan and BlackRock. Sue them. On RICO charges, you already have all the evidence. It's in the Department of Justice court case against all the JP Morgan traders. And all the people who signed agreements that, oh yeah, we'll pay a fine and we'll walk away. You have all the information, and yet you still allow the only commodity in your business to be destroyed. Destroyed. Pathetic. Frazilco, Mexico Bank's holding company. I heard the leader of this company is in with the Rothschilds and the deep state. So, there you go. There you have it. Pan American Silver, pause. I remember investing this when I used to invest in mining companies. By the way, the reason I don't invest in silver mining companies is exactly what I'm talking about. They take no responsibility for their product. And number two, they'll all be nationalized. When the silver rigging falls apart, every country is going to nationalize their mines. Every country. And if you're a foreign owner of a mine in Mexico, good luck getting anything out of it. Locals will probably get fair market value at the time silver price exploded. So $25 or whatever the share price traded at before it got nationalized. They will never give you the full value. Why? Because it's the money of the future for this country. And I agree with it. All silver mining companies, gold mining companies should be nationalized because that means the monetary system is broken down and your entire country needs to use something for money. Gold and silver have been used as money for 3,000 years. They will be part of that monetary system. So yes, you are way better off investing. If you're looking for big returns on your investment in silver, you're way better off holding physical silver in your own possession than holding a mining company, even if what they have in the ground is so valuable, which it is. But it will be nationalized. Wheaton, same thing. I used to invest in that one. The leaders of this company, all these, Coeur d'Alene, Buenaventura, Hecla. Now, First Majestic, I'll give a break to. At least they're trying. They're trying to stand up for, they hold back silver at times. What First Majestic, Keith Neumeyer needs to do is go to all 10 of these companies and say, hey, we need to get together. Just like the banks collude to commit crimes, that's hence the RICO charges. These mining company CEOs need to get together and say, okay, we need to work together, file a group lawsuit against JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, Jeffrey Christian at CPM Group. That's what needs to be done. Otherwise, they're just feeding metal to the bad guys. It's embarrassing. So those are your top 10 pathetic CEOs. This is why they kicked me out of the Silver Summit. Because I called them out on their bullshit. And that was 2010. 2010. I was showing these guys who was doing it and why and how. And it's just starting to be recognized. Oh, silver's rigged. Duh. And you can blame the CEOs of the silver mining companies. It's their industry, for Christ's sake. It's not the banker industry. It's not the Jeffrey Christians of the world industry. It's not Jamie Dimon's industry. It's your industry if you're the CEO of a silver mining company. Stand up and get some balls and fight for your industry. Fight for your commodity. Anyway, I won't be talking to Jenny today. She's busy, so I will be doing something different for the private road members. I'm going to do a live stream today. I'm going to do a live stream at 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Talk about anything you want. I am thinking of taking out the comment section at Roto-Rooter. There's so many scammers out there. Every time I go in there, and YouTube won't get rid of them. Twitter won't get rid of them. They have my face, my image. Hey, call me on WhatsApp and send me your private keys. Don't fall for anything. I will never ask you for your private keys. I will never reach out to you and say, hey, call me. Come on, people. I don't even answer emails. I can't. I'm too busy. So I am thinking I probably will stop allowing comments unless I can get a whole bunch of people who are willing to monitor it 24/7, which maybe there is. I'll put the word out on the road to it. All right. So that's what's going on with silver. I talked to Jenny about it. She says it's April. We're just waiting for April. Cliff High says we're waiting for April. All the psychics say we're waiting for April. All the people who understand physical delivery of metal, absolutely waiting for April. Nothing happens until the physical metal moves, and then everything happens. So beware, be careful. We're hitting the hot point, hot time in our banking system too. All kinds of shit going on. I don't even know what's going down on the political side. I stopped listening a while ago. But yes, I don't think the same people are in charge that they tell you on the news. So we'll see what happens. But yep, as of today, silver's still $25. It's Groundhog Day again in silver. All right, it's not Groundhog Day in Theta. Wow. So Theta goes flying up to $15, just short of $15. And then it starts to pull back. I'm thinking, okay, well, we can get $7, $6, $5 because it was that like a month ago, right? It bounced so hard and so fast at $10.50, a 30% pullback, which is, for cryptos, that's not that big when you run up a lot. But I didn't think it would bounce that hard. At $10.50, it bounced. What does that tell me? There's a hell of a lot of money waiting to get into Theta. And the saddest thing is the people who are unstaking that are starting to freak out. Well, it's not sad. They're going to miss the move. You cannot be a trader and stake. That's another mistake that Snippy made. Not only is he sitting on the sidelines waiting for a drop to $2 Theta, he's missing out on all his Theta fuel he would have owned if he was staking. He knows what Theta's worth. He knows it's massively undervalued. He chose to play his trading game because it had worked with other things, and he got caught out. This is, oh my God, it's a line from a Bix Weir song. It's the hodler's lullaby. Just don't get caught out. He got caught out. But during all this time, he's missing all his Theta fuel. So if you're deciding, you freak out and you unstake your Theta fuel, it takes 55 hours, don't forget. So in 55 hours, you'll be saying, oh shit, I'm missing all this Theta fuel. So yes, a bunch of people unstaked because the 3.0 got delayed for 2 months. I guess. I don't know why they unstaked. But here's what's going to happen. They're going to unstake. The riggers are going to try to keep the price low to try to get some of this Theta off these guys. And probably won't be lasting all that long. But if they can get like 12 million tokens are being unstaked right now, if they can get a partial bit of that before it runs up again, they'll try. I don't even think that'll happen. Now is not the time to play games. You get your Theta, you stake it, and you hold it. Get your Theta, stake it, and hold it. And all you had to do is hold it for a couple months. And I don't think it's the 3.0 that's going to be that moonshot. Dick Allgaier had some kind of explosive event to drive Theta to the moon. And it's right around this time frame. Hitomi had it right at the end of April. And it doesn't have to be 3.0. 3.0 is a given. It's going to happen. It just, they delayed it. Now, why did they delay it? I have my suspicions. I think we are headed into some kind of chaos in the banking system, in the crypto system. Obviously, if there's chaos in the banking system and the silver and gold markets, there's going to be chaos in the crypto markets because they rely on the banking system. Yes, all the exchanges rely on fiat money coming in and out. They pay their employees in fiat money. So if there's a problem in banking, there's a problem in crypto exchanges. Now's the time to be on the sidelines, sitting there with your Theta and your Trezor wallet and staked and saying, okay, I'm as safe as I can possibly be. And silver, piles of silver, sleeping on your silver, as Jenny Moonstone says. She likes to sleep on her silver because it's a spiritual connection that gets triggered. I sleep on my silver dagger. No, next to my bed. This thing is so awesome. I love it. So the battles, we're just resting up. All the silver knights are resting up for mid to late April. May's the delivery month. JP Morgan's sweating profusely. Goldman Sachs is sweating profusely. The new rigger on the block, Wells Fargo, is sweating profusely. Yes, Wells Fargo had decided to pick up where, Scotiabank is left off. Good luck with that. Look how well Scotiabank did. And oh, by the way, they had 100 years of rigging under their boots. Wells Fargo is so stupid. So stupid to take this rigging game up. But hey, you make your bed, you sleep in your bed, and Wells Fargo will be dying on the silver bed if they have any short positions. And because they named, oh yes, we're not dealing with hedge funds. We're only dealing with producers and fabricators. That means they are going to be short. That's what the producers and fabricators do, according to Jeffrey Christian. They hedge all their production. Ultimately, Wells Fargo is in on the rigging game. They're trying to take over. They will get destroyed. Just like Bear Stearns got destroyed, AIG got destroyed. And it goes back. Again, listen to Ted Butler. The brilliance of Ted Butler. All right. So yes, the Group A validator node, I think it was 4 of major investment hedge funds put in $100 million. And voila, it's right there under Group A. Really cool to see. There's going to be 20 of these. Maybe the announcement that Apple Computer is going to be a validator is the thing that's going to explode Theta higher at any moment. I mean, any big announcement. Theta, there's no downside risk other than traders, people making too much money and trying to sell off. I think it's crazy unless you need the money. And then, yeah, sell some off. But to chase, to stake and then say you're a trader because you can't get your stake off for 55 hours. It's just with something like Theta that is completely different than anything out there on the tech side, on the tech stocks and all that. And I do have a guy sent me a thing, all the things that you can relate to Theta to a tech stock. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. You could, but why would you? None of the tech stocks will exist without the implementation of Theta. Theta fixes the biggest problem in technology, which is broadband expansion. The internet will stop in a couple of years unless they massively expand broadband. And it has been decided above the big guys, above the bad guys, above the good guys, that solution is going to be a software solution, downloading the Theta Edge nodes on every device out there. And you have an opportunity to it's like getting in on the ground floor of the World Wide Web in 1990. I've said it like 5 times. I had the shot. I had a chance to do it. All my friends were saying, Bix, 1990. Bix, we're getting a group together to invest in these companies related to this thing called the World Wide Web that's going to change the world. I said, no, I liked my banking job at the time. 1990, the invention of the World Wide Web. And I blew it. None of those guys are working anymore. And when I saw Theta and I researched it and I heard it from Michelle White Dove and I researched it, I'm like, this is my chance. And I told all the Road to Ruta members, this is your chance to change your stars. You are investing in the future of technology, the future of the World Wide Web. It is now or never. Is it risky? Absolutely. Was it risky to invest in these companies in 1990 that were related to the World Wide Web? Absolutely. Did it pay off? Yes. Is Theta paying off already? Absolutely. Is there a long way to go for Theta? Beyond yes. If it's not Theta, there is no solution and the internet ends. It'll just get too clogged up and everybody will have to go somewhere else. Theta is the solution. I hope that's clear enough for you. I know it is. I know a lot of Road to Ruta members out there who are heavily invested in Theta and they understand why. And anybody who is unstaking to, I don't know why you'd want to unstake, but there's 12 million tokens out there. Probably about half of those are going to go right back in because Theta bounced off 1050, which is a 30% retracement, right? This is what the traders love. So they look at, okay, it's not that the traders don't want to own it. They just want to get in low and then sell when it's higher. So we had this bounce to 1050, and it's bang, right back up. Will that hold the 1050? I don't know, and I don't care. And I don't lose sleep about it like some people I know. Trading Theta is crazy because you're missing out. You cannot stake your Theta if you're trading it. You're missing out on T-Fuel, which is on fire. T-Fuel's up to 40 cents. Remember when it was less than a penny? Remember it was less than 1 penny. I think it was less than 1. It was definitely less than a penny for a long time. And we were screaming about it, but I was screaming about Theta too. I was like, I don't know which one will do better. You know, at times Theta Fuel does better. At times Theta does better. I think ultimately Theta will do better because it's a fixed amount, 1 billion tokens. Theta Fuel, they're gonna make a lot of them, but it's gonna move fast. Everybody's gonna be trading in Theta Fuel. Not many people will be able to afford Theta, especially at $10,000 per token. But Theta is a gamble on both Theta and Theta Fuel because you're staking it, you're earning it every day. Well, actually, sometimes it's not every day. If you don't have many staked, it's probably every few days, but it comes in larger clumps. They changed the way Theta Fuel is allocated. I get a lot of emails on this one. Yes, just a week ago, they changed the way it's allocated in order for 3.0 to work and for them to have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of edge nodes and hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of edge nodes out there. They had to change the way Theta Fuel was allocated, and it's fine. You still get the same amount. That's the other thing. When all you Theta stakers see this where, oh my God, 12.5 million Theta are being unstaked, that means your share of the pool goes up, right? Because you take the whole pool and you divide it by the amount you have staked. So 12.5 million Theta are now out of the pool. And so we're all earning more Theta Fuel. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And we're not losing sleep at night. Like Snippy. He's losing so much sleep at night. But he has his HODL bag. It just got smaller and smaller and smaller. And he missed out on all the Theta Fuel he could have been earning. Snippy! Next time I see him, I'm going to tackle him and hold him down and say, just HODL your Theta Fuel and Theta. HODL your Theta. That's what I'm going to do. Snippy! Love that boy. By the way, there's no room for haters. Yes, it gets aggravating when he's cheering the opposite way of where you're cheering. You want Theta to go up? He wants Theta to go down. You want it to go up because it's good for your financial position and you understand what a great company is. He wants it to go down so he can get more of it. Because he understands, well, I guess he kind of understands what a great innovation it is. But you believe it more because you're not even going to risk losing out on Theta Fuel or losing out potentially of a substantial amount of your Theta, which he has done, it looks like. He'll buy back in, but probably at like, $500 or $800 Theta, and he'll be saying, yeah, Michelle White Dove has it going to 2,000 or 3,000. Bix has it going to 10 to 20,000. Anyway, that's where we are. All right. Again, Theta doing great, bounced off the crazy low. But remember also this. Theta is just 7 days ago, it was at $8. I mean, you got to have a pullback here and there. And pulling back to 1050, that means a whole bunch of people started getting in at 1050. That was low enough for them. They said, I just want to get in. And 1 month ago, this is crazy, it was at $3. That's when Snippy dumped his. 1 month ago. Even though we have all kinds of things coming up. All right, where are we? Theta Fuel. Yeah, if you look at the Theta Fuel over 1 month, look at this. It went from 8 cents to 40 cents. But look at this. Just let's look at 1 year. 1 year ago, Theta Fuel was 0.0016 cents. 0.0016 So 1/10 of 1 penny, and now it's at 40 cents. That's a good return. Look at all that. You guys are very happy. And anybody who staked their theta, you got to take part in it. Congratulations. Brilliant move. All right. That's all I got for you. Again, 10 o'clock. I'm going live stream, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time. We'll just do a Q&A. I am talking to Jenny about the potential for a real estate crash. All you theta holders who are like, oh, what do I do after theta goes up so much? Should I buy real estate? I think real estate's a good investment, if you buy right, but a house, I don't know. I don't think a house is an investment. I think a house is a place to live. But, my wife obviously is mad at me because I haven't bought a house yet. But we're looking at it. But I would want to know if this huge bubble in real estate is going to pop in the next 30 to 90 days. And that's what I'll be talking to Jenny about today. But she doesn't have time. It's just a brief email she's going to send me on that one. She will be back next week for all you private Ruta members. And update on the Road to Ruta coins. We got them. They're freaking beautiful. I do not know how if we're going to sell them. If we're going to, probably to the private road members. Maybe for renewals. I don't know yet. And I'm not in any hurry because I think silver is going to explode higher. So I want to hang on to my own silver. I know everybody wants them at $30, $40, but does that maximize the value of the Road to Ruta coin for roadtoruta.com, an actual company with employees? Yes, we're taking on Paige and Josh's employees. They're kind of employees already. They do a lot of work for the Road to Ruta. And very excited about that. Lots going on at the Road to Ruta. Hopefully they can take the burden off me and all this crazy. I would love to get back to everybody and have conversations about theta and saving. I made these mistakes and things like that. It's just impossible. Thousands of emails a day. But hopefully the theta page, which is right down here, it teaches you how to buy, store, and stake theta is good enough for most people. And I do know hundreds, if not thousands, of people who were able to use the theta page to get some theta. So congratulations. And keep loading up, especially on the dips. Be like a trader. Buy on the dips, but never sell. Always stake. So you win. It's a win-win. You have theta and theta fuel. All right. Enough. It's Bix Weir. RoadToRuta.com. I'll talk to you later.